guys, Crypto here for Cryptogasmic.com and Cryptocurrency Investing Facebook group. It's great to have all of you guys here with us. This is the very, very first ever episode of the T.A Show. This is going to be a daily show. This is going to be a daily show with me, Crypto, from Cryptogasmic and Cryptocurrency Investing Facebook. And what we're going to do is we're going to basically technical analysis on 10 coins chosen every day by you guys at Cryptocurrency Investing Facebook group. We did a poll the other day and you all said that you wanted more than anything some more technical analysis talk. So I'm going to bring that to you every day in the TA show. Later on it'll be on YouTube afterwards, on Cryptogasmic YouTube channel and also Cryptocurrency Investing Facebook channel. And every day we'll do this, and we'll also have a coin of the day, because I believe it's very, very important that we understand the fundamentals of all the different coins, and there's 2,000 coins now. So it's very, very important that we start to learn and understand, and I make it a habit every day to make sure that I understand a new coin. You know, I pick one out in the top 500, go on YouTube, watch the video, and understand what it's trying to do. You know, so that's it. So what we're going to do is get into some live technical analysis for you. If you want to drop me a message, ask any questions in the chat group down here. Hi guys. Right. Welcome to the T.A Show. Really excited about this. We're going to be doing this every day. So let's get into it. So I've got the top 10 here from Cryptocurrency Investing Facebook. There it is. All right. There's the poll we did. So I'll run that every day, and then you guys got to make sure you come in and give me the top 10 coins that you want, and we'll do it for you. So, and we're not going to try to make the show too long, because sometimes I can go on for an hour or 2 hours, and I don't want to do that. So let's get on with it. So number one you guys want us to have a look at is NEO. So I'm going to look at NEO USD and NEO BTC. I personally do the NEO dollar trades. And one bit of advice I want to give everybody, one of the mistakes that I see from people is they will go and buy a coin in Bitcoin, but then they'll follow it on the US dollar value. Like they'll say, oh, I bought NEO at $30, but actually they bought it at Bitcoin. You have to chart and trade what you do in the pairing that you buy it, okay? Because they're completely different markets. And the other thing I guess I want to say right up is a lot of people will say, TA doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's just bullshit. And I want you to understand exactly what TA is. It's kind of like a crystal ball, but it's like, you know, people will say, if TA works, how much will Bitcoin be next week? That's not what TA is. TA lets you look at the support and resistance lines. What will happen if we break below a point, above it? We map out the possibilities, because, guys, the number one mistake everybody makes is that they make emotional decisions. Right? So what you got to remember is 90% of people lose at trading and 10% of people win. When we're trading the markets, now we're talking about something completely different from believing in the fundamentals. People will say, buy the dip and hodl. Bullshit, I don't agree with that. And I'll explain to you my strategy later as we go. And this is what works for me. Everybody's different, but this is my way and what works with me. So first of all, hello, Jamar, Ollie, Damien, Tijenda Singh, Antonio, really good to have you guys on board. So TA is really important for you to make sure that you don't buy and sell at the wrong places, okay? And even if we get the call wrong and it dips a little, you understand that you're not buying at the top. So let's get straight into this. Let's look at NEO dollar. I'm going to use Bitfinex to start with, because that's the exchange that I use. And any questions you've got, drop them in the chat box. Right, let's go. I love this stuff, guys. I hope that you love it. I really, really love all of this. And I can do this day and night, night and day, night and I just love it. I love it all. Alrighty, so Rohit, hey, nice to meet you. So here we go. NEO, US dollar. Let me just pull it up. US dollar. Okay, here we go. So I will always start by looking at the bigger picture to see where we are. And many of you have heard me go on about the emotional cycle. All right. And it's great to know TA because, hey, Curse 10. And Mike. Hey, Mike. Good to have you, buddy. So these cycles just go around in emotional patterns over and over and over. And that's all it is. So when I look at this, I see hope, belief, optimism, thrill, euphoria. And there's only two sides to a trade, guys. This is the first thing you've got to learn. So if you buy the dip and hodl, right, and you buy this dip without understanding what you're doing, it goes up, it comes down, and then it just bleeds. And before you know it, you just can't take it anymore. How many of you have done that? And you just, it's a shit coin and it's this and that. Hey, Michael. Hey, Rikas. So it's all about understanding buying it on the right side of the trade. So there we go. Emotional cycle. We're building a new emotional cycle. So we're on the new side of the trade. This is where we want to be. And it's really simple. We want to be on this side and out. Because in cryptocurrency, when we can make 100, 200, 300% gains, why do we need to be greedy and do shorts and pump and dump groups? And the way I trade is for sustainability. And so you can build financial freedom. I live off crypto. I sell a Bitcoin every month, and that's how I live. If Bitcoin's worth 10 grand that month, I live on $10,000. Down in Mexico on the beach. It goes a long way. If it reduces to 5 grand, I live on 5 grand that month. All right? Hey, Harry. Thanks, man. Hey, Kenny. So let's look at Neo. And we're going to do this daily, so you're going to work out how I do it. You might not agree, but this is the way I trade. So, Neo. We start on the outside and we look at where we are. So, I've already mapped this out. 1, 2, we did 5 waves. After 5 waves, we're either going to go into an ABC or we're going to continue. Now, this is where a lot of people get caught out, right? They see this, they think they've got the dip, and it goes, but it doesn't. This is not a continuation, right? All this is a longer 5, right? So now that this has come all the way back here, I would get rid of this technical analysis. So my first indication is this is not a buy right now. Now, when I'm going to buy, Zachary Dash, nice to have you, brother. Margin trading, do I use it? And if so, what margin multiple do you use? Zachary, I don't do it. And I'll explain to you why. A lot of people do, and that's great. I don't do it because, for me, crypto is about financial freedom. And freedom is not about sitting in front of a computer having to make my calls every 5 or 10 minutes. I also find margin trading, I used to do it in Forex, it's just so risky in crypto unless you're spot on, because you can be liquidated so fast. Yeah, you can 10 times leverage and all that sort of stuff. But for me, if I can make, look, maybe I'm more conservative than others, but I look at it like this, right? If I buy property to invest, which I do, right? I'm looking to make anywhere from 8 to 12% per annum, right? So I've got buddies trying to get me to go into business with them, and they're talking about making 15% per year. And I'm like, shit, I can make 10% per day in crypto. So I look at it from that perspective, and I've got a strategy of taking profits, holding a bit of every coin, and keeping money and I take profits. Because the reality is, nobody is doing anything with crypto in the real world. And I'm a big blockchain believer and crypto guy, and I hate the governments and the banks. So I don't margin trade because, look, I can make 592% on a run up just playing the waves. Why do I need to risk shorting on this side of the market when I can just wait and have patience? I got out of Bitcoin at 9,500 in December. It ran to 20 grand. I didn't get there. I put the money in Ethereum. I didn't buy Bitcoin again until end of February at 6.8, and it went to 11, right? So I made like 100% gains in that 1 week run. That's it. That's 3 months' wage for me, right? So I don't do I'm not into the margin trading. A lot of people make a lot of money with it. I focus on wave trading, and I like to let my maps play out over 3 to 6 weeks. Hopefully that answers your question. Zachary's got a great new cryptocurrency report that's coming out each week. I think it's called the Oceans Capital Report, and Zachary's a good guy. He's really important to us at cryptocurrency investing, and he is a real crypto guy. Love him. Love to have him on my team and as a friend. Okay, so Have you seen more success on either side? I go long. That's it. I go long, and when it's short, I stay out of the market because I can make enough swings. And I'll explain to you. So let's get into the TA of Neo. Otherwise, we'll be here forever, and I don't want to be here forever. All right. Right. So I always need 4 or 5 factors to come together before I want to enter a trade. So first of all, I look at where we are in the cycle. Right. Obviously, I can look at Neo very quickly, and I can go. I can take my fib. And I can just see quickly here, right, from that run there, boom, 88.3 retracement on that cycle, which is really big. If we go back to the beginning, back here, but this is the impulsive run in here, right? So we've basically done an 88.3% retracement, which is a fair retracement in a cycle. And this is what people don't understand. When's Bitcoin going to stop dumping? And if it was to do an 88.3% retracement on its full emotional cycle, it takes us back to $3,000, guys. Okay? So understand where you are in the trade when you buy. I don't buy the news and all of that sort of stuff. I play the emotional indicators over and over. Hey Rami, hey Scott, how important of a buying indicator is buying volume? Yeah, it's one part of the puzzle, right, that I use. So let's get into this. So we've started a new cycle. Okay, now I trade using Elliott Waves. So if we come back into a 6-hour, so we can see here a new cycle started, and we can just map it out very quickly. Automatically for me, I'm saying it's not a buy at the moment, but what I like to do is get my seat early. I'm not a breakout trader, right? I'll get my seat early and wait for a week or two, and then bang, I'll be on it, rather than everybody chasing it. So I will look at this. Right, I will see that first impulsive wave here, and I'll just measure it out like this. Okay, and we just measure it out quickly, and then we move on. And if something grabs my attention, we spend a lot of time on it. So 1, 2, 3. This is why I love Elliott Waves. Look at that. 4, and then 5. Right. So did this continue on, or did it make a new wave? I'm kind of looking at this now. 5. We've come up, made a 1, so that's not there. That could possibly be a longer 5, right? And then we go and we make a new 1, and we made a 2. So what my analysis to start with on this would be, because usually what will happen, guys, is after a retracement like this, one of a couple of things would happen. It'll correct and it'll go A, B, which is the wave that catches everybody out. We can't see the whole computer screen. Can you adjust it? You should be able to. I think if you close the chat on the side, and then a C. Can everybody else see the screen okay? So that's what it would usually do. I can't see the whole chart. Why is that? I can see it on the screen in front of me, maybe because my head's in the way. All right, let me just move my head a little. Hang on. My head's in the way by the look of it. We'll just get my head out the way. Hang on. Let me get rid of it. Let me get this in the screen. Okay. The graphs are too low. Nope, cannot see the bottom part. Okay. Maybe that makes a difference. All right. Hopefully that makes a difference. Let me know. Okay, so there we go. All right. So guys, so what we want to do is... hang on, let me just fix this up. There we go. Is that better? That should be better for you. All right. And now we can leave that there. I can put my head down there. Boom. We should be good now. Sorry about that, guys. Is that better? This is the first episode. Come on, give me a break. Give me a break. Right, okay, so it hasn't done an ABC. So what we've got to be really careful of is understanding where we are. As I say, there's two sides to a trade. Now, obviously, we're starting a new emotional cycle, right? And that 5 waves is just a brand new one. It should do something like this, you know, which will take us up, and we're creating that new cycle. That's what's exciting me at the moment, all right? So this is where we got to be careful, because if you don't understand this, you're going to be that person that chases this here, and then all that happens is this ends up being a long 5, and then this ends up being an A, a B, and a C. And then what happens is you're the guy or the girl or the person with no sexual orientation, right, who buys it here, and then you end up with it down here, and you panic, and you just can't take it anymore, and you get out, and then it takes off again, okay? Hopefully that makes sense to you. So, looking at what it's doing here, let's get rid of this. Right. Okay. So, we have made a new one. Now, is this a 2 here? You know? So, this is where we've got to be really, really careful. So if this is in fact a genuine continuation, we're going to look at our points of where we would buy this, okay? According to Elliott Wave. So we map it out like this. All right, here's our new wave 1 in there. And we see that if it is a continuation, this is a perfect point for it to continue. All right, so this kind of gets my intention, but I've got to be very, very careful that this is just not a big 5, and we're doing an A, B, and we're being a C, because I don't want to be that guy that buys this and it runs down here. All right, so now with Neo, I don't mind so bad, because I know it's going to run at a further point. Right. So, and I saved our group in Cryptogasmic a lot of money on Ripple last year when it did this exact same thing. Everybody started chasing this, thinking it was a continuation, and then it fell all the way back down. Now, if this is in fact the 5 and this is the new continuation, then this is going to be the spot. So let's have a look. And this is where we want to come in and we start using some indicators. All right, and we want to start by just creating a general trend. Okay, so we can see we've actually fallen below that trend. Okay, so I'm looking for a series of factors to help me make up my decision. Okay. So again, we're there. So this line is acting as resistance, resistance, resistance. So in order for this to continue, we're really looking for this to break through this line here. So far, I'm at a no. I'm at a no, right? So far, I'm at a no, and I'm kind of thinking, this is a 5, and maybe we're doing now. Sorry, let me do that again. Perhaps this is just, oh, come on, what is going on? Sorry. A, B, C. Now, where does that C finish? Nobody knows, which is why I never chase a first wave, right? So, and exactly like what Zachary just said, he never thought TA meant anything. It's about putting things together like a religion or a set of rules, so you don't have to make emotional decisions, because emotional decisions are the worst. And if you mapped out this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which you could have done very easily with only the first wave of information, you would have made a lot of money, and you wouldn't have made any emotional decisions, even when it goes up and it comes down, because the market works in ebbs and flow. I can never understand, and I always know when I've got a new crypto person, when they say, you know, why is it going down? Well, it's always going to go up and down. It just depends where you buy and understanding the market. Okay, so if you've got this mapped out, you don't get concerned about these runs down. It just ebbs and flows up and it ebbs and flows down. So right now my gut feeling is NEO is in an ABC retracement. Okay, I'm not convinced yet that this finished its cycle and that this is the retracement. Right? I'm not convinced of that yet. And even if you're wrong, which we get it wrong all the time, it's not about predicting the future, right? And if we miss it, wait. Don't FOMO it. It will always come back. Look here. Run, 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 run. People FOMO, they chase, it runs all the way down. See that? Okay? So if you're the guy or the girl who buys it here and you don't sell it, you can, at very worst, break even. But if you're the person who chased it up here, all of a sudden you're at like 80% loss and you like start with $1,000, you got $200 left, you just want out so you can take your 200 and get. How many times a day do I have somebody going, I'm at a real big loss, I think I'll just get out now and use the money I've got left to have some winning trades. So if I buy here and you buy here, we're in completely different trades. Okay, so yeah, it's done a 38.2, which is a small retracement, but that is a possibility. So what we're really looking for now is to see if this is a genuine new run. Right? Is what we're looking for on NEO. And guys, so hopefully now you can understand the effort that goes into somebody who does TA when there's 2,000 coins, right? And I've got a group, Cryptogasmic.com, and we do this all day, and we've got a room full of people. And I want you people at Cryptocurrency Investing Facebook to understand this. If we've got 1,000 eyes watching and charting, it's so much better for all of us. So I'm just checking to see if this is a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, and if so, that has failed. Okay. And sorry guys, I got ADD, so I do talk to myself a lot. Right? This is what I do when I'm on my own. So if this is a 1, this could be the 2. So let's have a look at that. All right. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, I think that's right. So that has gained some support out of there. There's your buy area there. If this is, in fact, a new continuation. Michael, never be sorry, man. I lost $20,000. When I first started, I got ripped off and fizzed and all of it. Sorry for the noob question, but what is good time frame to use on the charts to see real patterns and not general volatility? Different time frames are used for different things. All right, so the longer time frames have more data, but they're more of a bigger picture. When you want to really zoom in and see whether there's support now or resistance, then we get inside. And you'll see as we go along what I do. So, you know, I started on the daily, now I'm into the 6 hour, and I'm looking to see whether this is just a big 5 and we're in an ABC, or this is a genuine new. So even if this is from here, here's your points where it fell through. It got some support there, resistance, resistance, resistance. So it's bounced here off some candles. So this looks like a good point. Now, guys, previous history is really important as well. So if we look through this zone, right, we can see support, resistance, resistance, support, support, you know, and even if we go back previous in the cycle, look. So this tells me that this is a very important piece of information. Look at that. That's exactly where it hit resistance. And even if we go back into the previous cycle, come on, sorry, right? You can see, even back in the previous cycle, this was an area of resistance, wasn't it? Resistance, 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 sideways, boom, support. So if we are going to find support, this could be a very, very good area to do so. So that's a plus for me. So what we're looking for now is some strength. So the 6 hour is oversold and on the bottom, and it's just turned, which I like. So has the 12 hour. The daily is falling, but the momentum is rolling. Let me look at the 3 daily and the weekly. So the weekly's looking strong, right? So this is kind of looking positive for me right now. It's falling a bit there. It's pretty oversold. See, that's falling. But the 3-day and the weekly are right on the bottom with loads. So I got no doubt that we're in a brand new cycle and this is going to run. And what is exciting me is that when you do this TA, right, most coins all the charts are the same. So this is why you've got to be patient, guys, because even if you get in here, the possibility to get back to all-time highs is like 150% plus. So even if you and you want to play the waves of that up, hold some NEO, take some US dollar, buy back in, isn't it better to buy the waves up rather than buy the dip here and then hodl and then all of a sudden you're at 80%? It's an emotional roller coaster and it's the wrong way to trade. Okay? Could it be a little bit louder? Yeah, probably, mate. I don't know. Let me know if that's better. I just turned it up a little. Let me know if that's better. Right, so let's move on. See, I do talk too much, and I wanted to get this over and done within half an hour, but that's not going to happen. Sorry, guys. Right. So RSI, maybe. And look, all right, we've been floating below the cloud for ever since it fell through back here at January. The clouds we got through a little bit there, but it's just been resistance. So to see it start climbing is really, really exciting. So that's positive. And look, for the first time since we broke through here, we're working up through the red cloud. So these are good signs. The daily's probably going to be at the bottom of it, yep. But it's pierced the red cloud. And instead of it being resistance, now the red cloud is being support. So this is a plus for me. So this is where I'm really looking for support, whether I'm going to buy this as a trade. And you can see very clearly it's getting support out of here. And this is why, guys, if we set these buy boxes and you miss it, don't chase it. Like when I send signals at Cryptogasmic, and if I put it here and by the time you see it, it's here, don't chase it. Because so many times you will get another chance. So this is looking like a really good place to buy, but be aware that we also could be on the wrong side of this little move. Now that's great because we're using that faster EMA as before. Look, as soon as it fell through, it was resistance, and it's hard work, man. Once it was all support on this side, right on the daily, support. Yes, Jamar, that's Ichimoku Cloud, and then once it broke through, it's resistance, and it's now broken through, and instead of resistance, it's now support. So I'm liking that. So I do think it could be a buy here, but I would be very, very cautious because I'm still not sure about this play over here. Let me just look at the volume. Yeah, you can see the daily volume is on a really good uptrend. Look. Okay. So this is how I'm going to play NEO, because NEO, I made a fortune on NEO in the last run. It was funny, because I was begging everybody in my group to get it at $40, and it went sideways for about 2 months, and nobody wanted it. Boom, when it got to $100, everybody's like, hey, crypto, what's a good place to buy NEO? I was like, shit, 3 weeks ago. So my way is to get the seat early at the table and wait. Know where I'm going to take my profit, take some profit, let some roll, take some US dollar, put it into Bitcoin, whatever the value is, put some NEO aside, and that's my strategy, and it works a treat for me. I live my life down on the beach in Mexico here, paid for by crypto. I'm also stacking coins. I'm stacking Bitcoins. And that's the strategy that I use. Kirsten, yep, it'll be here, and it'll be on YouTube, and it'll be in Cryptogasmic as well. Okay, so let's move on. So, yes, I think this could be a buy. This could be a good place to buy it. Let's map it out. And the great thing with TA is it will either follow the map or it won't, right? Technical analysis is only valid until it's not valid, guys, okay? And that's it. So let's map out the future, right? And let's play the Elliott Wave now. So I'm okay with that this could be getting some support. So let's map it out, right? Right there. And it can only go one of two ways. One, two, probably 3, 4, 5. Let's be conservative. So what we can do now, so we've got our buy zone, which is there. We've got our 2 take profit zones, 3 take profit zones. Okay. So we'll change this because for me, green is buy. And get into the habit, guys, of charting your stuff the same way all the time. All right, so green for me is buy, red is sell. And there we have it. There we have it. So it's either going to follow this map or it doesn't. So what I would do, and I'm going to make a note here to actually do it for my group, is I'm going to place some buys and I'm going to spread them. See, there's that blue resistance line just there. So between 76 and $75 and $77. So if you've got $100 or $1,000, don't just put $100 at $77. Put $30 at 77, $30 at 74, $30 at 69. That way you average your buys. Okay, so if it does dip down to that next fib level, you're only a couple of percent behind rather than 10% or 15%. It's a really good thing to do. So my suggestion here would be to... Now, we may only get through 5 coins here today, guys. Sorry. I will get better at this. I'm really, really sorry. I take too long. So I would then come along and make some notes like this. Spread buys from 75 to 77, or even from 70. No. So I would spread my buys there. I would take my first lot of profit here at 98. Target 1, $98. Okay. At that point, I may take 30% of the equity off the table. Then I would be looking for a target of $106. Okay. And then I would be looking at a target, final target of $113. All right, and there you have it. And what you can also do is we can play the waves inside the waves, okay? So what this really is in a new cycle is a grand wave like this. 2, 3, 4, and hopefully the 5 that gets us back to $150. So now it's either going to follow this or it isn't. So if we get in here and this starts to break down below the bottom of here, then we get out. If that breaks $70, cut your losses short, bang, you're out. So there's no emotion in that trade whatsoever. I'm going to go now as soon as I'm finished here, and I will probably buy some Neo there. Okay, but I'm also prepared to sell it here, or average down as it falls. Okay, and then that would be very obvious to me that I would change that to there, and then this is an ABC. Bang, no emotions, and I'm prepared for both ways. So that's the next coin, EOS. Neo Bitcoin. Let's just have a quick look at that one. Neo Bitcoin. I hope that makes sense for everybody. Right. Let me know where you're all from as well, because what I really want to build is a community. I want to know where people are from. Even in our chat group at Cryptogasmic, we have a social chat, so we keep the chat free of shit posts and general talk. It's just crypto. But then we've got a social chat, because I want people to have a place where if they're having a bad day, they can come, or if they're having troubles, or they have something great, or we have a social chat, and it's very important for me to have that community. And that's what I love about cryptocurrency investing, is I know that it's really important to Jeff and the guys to have the community there. So Neo Bitcoin, same by the look of it. You can see it's done a clear 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the Neo Bitcoin looks to be more into an ABC. Now that kind of gets me thinking about the US dollar. Now this is why it's important, right? They're completely different charts, and you can see, right? So there's no, I mean, unless, hang on, could that be the 5th wave? And then we have our ABC. Yeah, possibly. Hang on, let's have a look. See, A. Hey, Michael from London, great to have you. And Eric, Phoenix, Arizona. Scottsdale, one of my favorite places in the world. Hello to anybody from Scottsdale. Now look, guys, there's ABC, see? Now so there's 2 sides to the trade, right? And that B wave is the one that catches everybody, this one. So be careful. Learn your wave count. If you don't know where you are, ask, because it's really important. South Carolina. Hey, Jamar. Lovely to have you, brother. So this tells me that maybe now we're in a new pattern here with BTC. Let's have a look. It's done this real big sort of fuck off run up to here. And it's bounced right there on the 88.3, hasn't it? So there's your buy zone for Bitcoin pairing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right, okay. So let's map that out for you all. Mona, anytime you want to come down. Beautiful. I played golf this morning. It was really beautiful, you know, guys. And this is just on a side note, and I try to explain to people, making money, and it's not everything in your life. You know, I've been really poor as a musician living on the street. I was really rich as a business guy living in Dubai. I lost everything to the point where I wanted to actually kill myself. And I had to regroup and restart again. And through having my ass kicked in life, I learned to be appreciative for what I've got. And I got up at 5:30 this morning and played golf. The big orange sunrise. Golf course was green. The ocean was like glass this morning. The lake was like glass. The birds were chirping, flying around, fighting with each other. And it was just really beautiful. So take time out of your day, guys, to just sit down sometimes and look at the snow, look at the rain. Be grateful that, okay, if you live in shitty rainy weather, be grateful that you can feel that rain on your skin, you know, and take it all in and watch the squirrels run and you know, be grateful that you've got that warm bed that if you can find little things to be grateful for, and it's not all about money, you know, it's really, really not. And what got me into crypto and that I love crypto is, yes, I've got financial freedom and I have online companies and I've learned how to live away from governments and I've learned how to live without real banks now with online banking and clouds and offshore companies. We can talk about that another time. But it's really important to me that you guys just find happiness, you know, and happiness isn't wanting Bitcoin or whatever coin to moon. So you can turn $1 into $1 million. It's unrealistic and it's not going to make you happy. All right? So there you go. So let's get back into this. Now that has fallen through that 6 hour there. So, right, let's map that out quickly. Yeah, Jamar, you just got to be happy in your lives, guys. Find peace. This constant bullshit from the media, they're having stuff, and you know, help other people, man. Smile at people. Be nice to people. If someone's really angry and pissed off, don't be pissed off at them. Hey, what can I do to help you, man? We're all brothers and sisters, man. All this bullshit and divide in the world. That's why I live down on the beach in Mexico, man. Can't deal with it. So I'd probably have a conservative map like that, and we could then look to play the waves inside the waves. So there's your buy zone down there, and there's your target. Simple. Because it does look to me now that we are in a new cycle. So the 12 hours got lots of room to go. Yeah. Yeah, so instead of the cloud being resistance like it was, it's support now, right? So that's good. So I'm bullish there. Next coin, EOS. EOS dollar. Do you guys want to look at EOS dollar or EOS Bitcoin? I've only got time to look at one pairing. You prefer EOS dollar or EOS Bitcoin? What would you prefer? Let me know. Have you done Bitcoin USD? No, not yet, Jens. It's 1, 2, 3. It's fourth on the list. I may just get through 4 or 5 coins today. I might have been presumptuous, thinking I was going to do 10. And then tomorrow's show, I'll try and get faster because I want to limit these shows to sort of 1 hour maximum. You want to look at EOS Bitcoin? Okay, let's look at EOS Bitcoin. Alright, let's look at EOS Bitcoin. So I was screaming at my group 6 weeks ago to buy EOS under $5. Anybody that's in my group, they will tell you. I was screaming. And then when it fell under $4, I was like, sell all of your shit and buy EOS, right? If you're a holder and not a trader, I am a holder and I'm a trader. Do you still suggest buying NEO now, or do you think it could fall back to 60 in the future? Well, of course it can. And I can't tell you what to do. Everybody's different. Maybe you're putting your last $100 and it will destroy you if it falls. Maybe it's nothing. You know, if you're a long-time holder, yeah, you could buy it now. Do I think it could fall back to 60 in the future? Yeah. Because it's going to do that run, and then it's going to have an emotional cycle rundown. So probably it'll run back to 60. But I think you could buy it now and look at it at Christmas time and you'll be okay. You know? Right. EOS Bitcoin. Let's have a look. I was screaming at the group to buy it under $5. Once it hit $10, everybody messaged me. Hey, crypto, where's the dip? I'm waiting for the dip and I'm going to buy it. It's like, you had so many opportunities in March, but it followed the emotional cycle. Panic, right? Simple rule. Buy the panic, buy the fear, sell the greed. As it pumps and everybody's buying it, you should be looking to sell it. Really. Okay? Thanks, Eric. No problem. Yeah, it could fall back to $60 in the future, but I don't know. I mean, as I said, it's right on the fence. It could be continuing, and it could be in its ABC. That hasn't been confirmed for me yet. So, again, if we look at emotional cycles, and we look at it, one second, we've just disappeared. Right, come on, right. You know, it did a big emotional cycle here. It did a huge retrace right from the beginning to here, and bang, 61.8. It's the same thing over and over, guys. So in the beginning, there was 2 sides to that EOS trade. And be really honest with yourself. And I like hearing stories from people saying, hey, I fucked up. I'm sorry, I swear a bit. I'm Australian. I'll try and stop that. But, you know, and all it did again was play its 5 waves, didn't it? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it did the same thing. See, it did the rundown, but all it was a longer 5. It didn't extend. So this is careful, right? Use these rules. And I love coins that make and the great thing about now is we're making 5 waves again, right? So, and then we did the big A, B, C. So if you bought this back here in here. You saw it go profit, break even, go down, go down. It's so depressing. Oh my God, I'm just going to sell it. You can't take it anymore. And where do you sell it? Right at the place you should be buying it, right? So hopefully you guys can see that now. And that's a very easy way to see it. So now, let's look at EOS. I kind of think we're in the thrill stage of EOS. Would I be running out and buying EOS now? No, I'm a huge EOS fan, right? But I don't get attached to the coins when I'm trading. Do I think EOS is great? Yeah. I got a friend who's trying to be a master block owner, one of the 21. Great, but I don't give a shit right now. Right now, I want to earn US dollars to live my lifestyle. I want to stack Bitcoin. I want to stack some EOS, take some profits, leave some skin in the game. That's what I want to do. Now, that looks like it's run a big emotional cycle there to me. Okay, so and I was screaming to people get in here. We took our profits here somewhere. And I can even show you the signals. So now we've got to be very careful that we've probably now in the ABC retracement, right? And I know people who, they bought the dip. Hey, I'm really smart. I got an idea that nobody else knows. I'm going to buy the dip and hodl. Come on, man, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I wouldn't be surprised if we're in our 5 waves down, guys, right? Which may even take us back down to the top here, look, you know. I have no confirmation right now that EOS is a buy. Because, look, I don't buy impulsive first waves, right? Jamar, I do live trading in my group, Cryptogasmic, cryptogasmic.com, and we've also got a Telegram chat group. And for our VIP members, we do live trading every week and signals and stuff like that. I will give it a little plug. I won't overplug it, admins. But I can drop our chat group here for anybody that does want to join us. Seeing as you asked. Right. And then you can sign up at cryptogasmic.com, and then I'm going to be here once a day, doing these, but in smaller versions. I can't do 2 hours every day. So EOS, I would be very cautious to buy it here, and if I was going to buy it here, I don't buy impulsive first waves. Look, and I'll just show you why I don't do that. So you never know when the waves, so if you think this is running again, and you buy that wave, boom, you're liquidated. It goes, and now we don't know. So I'm always looking for the retracement to hold. So I need to know whether this is a genuine impulsive wave 1. And I'm only going to know that once it retraces. And then I'm going to be looking for the spots where it's going to retrace. So for me, EOS Bitcoin right now, it needs time to cool off. You know, I mean, the RSI is looking super strong. So, yeah, I mean, super, super strong, right? But I'm going to keep my eye on this, right? And I'm going to set an alarm just below here, because what I'm going to be looking for is the retracement. And I'm going to look for it to hold a retracement and then gain support on a smaller time frame. So use your alarms on TradingView, guys. Okay, next, IOTA. Now, I did a market review for my VIP members in Cryptogasmic yesterday, and I said to them, I think there's going to be a call for IOTA coming any day now, and I think I've missed the boat because it went to the moon today. And one thing I do find, right, when I ask you for coins to look at, you're always asking me to look at coins that have already gone. You've got to get out of that. You don't want to buy coins that are already going. You want to have the early seat at the table, and then a week later it goes up 100%. Wouldn't you rather be there? And look, all of the coins you're asking me, NEO, EOS, IOTA, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're all ones that are run. Nobody's asking me to look at coins that are in possible buy zones. That's what you've got to be looking for. So learn the TA, understand it, because I'm telling you guys, the shit works. And I'm going to prove it to you by showing you. I'll just show you. Right, IOTA. I'm big on IOTA. I've got a huge bag of IOTA. And now I marked this out yesterday, right? And I had my buy area here, and it just went. And it's mapped out. Look, I mapped this out. ages ago. And look how well it followed the map. 1, 2, 3 was my takes off here. We got the 4 retracement. Now this was the perfect spot to buy it for the 5th run. So it hit the and look, it hit the target perfectly. And I swear to you, I haven't touched this chart in days and days and days. And look how perfectly it hit my. If I come into a smaller time frame, look at that. You had 1, 2, 3. You had a period of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hours to get out of the trade in the exact zone that I told my group to get out. Okay? So now again, is this an ABC? Is it a correction? And when people go, I'll get messages from people that go, IOTA is falling, why? What was the news? It's nothing to do with news. It's just, go back, look at gold over the last 40 years and watch the cycle, the emotional patterns. Go back to the beginning and look at Bitcoin. It's just ebb and flow, ebb and flow. But the overall trend of crypto is going up. It just depends where you buy, right? So that's done its 5 waves. I'm always on the cautious side. So I'd be saying A, B. Now, the perfect example, guys, if you miss that 5 buy zone, don't sell on the panic sell down. There's always a complacent wave back up. That's where you sell. And you make extra Satoshis that way. B and a C back to here. That's what I'm expecting. Now, this may continue. So let's get rid of all this previous TA, which made us a lot of money. And then we just start again, right? We look at the daily. You can see the previous emotional cycle. Okay. Surely, that's a really stupid wick. But there it is, yeah, okay. So there we go, 78.6 retracement, and now we're on our way making a new cycle. And you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, this shit repeats itself over and over and over again, right? So it would now make sense to me for this to do an ABC. Now, if it's going to continue, okay, what I'm looking for is a retracement of this wave. To hold. Now, one, two. So those are the areas that we would be looking for, right? Now, we're either going to do the ABC or retracement. So we've hit in there, okay? So if we did, that would be another 1, 2, 3, and we're going to continue on. So we can also map that out, okay? Let me have a look at the trend of this. Okay, so there's your trend. Now on a daily level, oh, that's so awesome. We've actually broken through. So now that red cloud is support rather than resistance. But you could see we could have this run down to the trend line again, right? So I would be waiting to see what happens here. However, RSI looks really, really strong, guys. Maybe a bit overbought. Yeah. Yep. So I wouldn't run and chase it right now. I've got my zones marked, so I would mark an alarm. To check it here. And then to check it here. And then we come back to it. Okay. Okay, moving on. Bitcoin is the one everybody wants to talk about. Right. So let's just clean this up. The reason this is like this is because I did a market update video for my my group yesterday on Bitcoin. So I'm kind of giving away some inside information here, which I don't mind doing for today. All right. So let's have a look at Bitcoin, and then I've got time for two more after that, because we've been live for 55 minutes already. So my analysis for Bitcoin hasn't changed from where I started back here. Now, I got out of Bitcoin in December. Right, I got out of Bitcoin back here at 9.5. Here, right, end of November. And I missed this big run up. I went into Ethereum, and then it did the 1, A, B, C, all the way down. So I did not get back into Bitcoin, and everybody in my group can attest to this. I don't tell a lie. I caught this first leg here, right? So we didn't make any money from there. I went pretty hard long from 6.8, 6.5 to 6.8 through to 11 and 11.4, right? We nailed that, and then we got out, and we didn't get back in again until in here. So I made enough money in that run up to not have to trade for this 1 or 2 months, if that makes sense. Okay. And we had, now I always look at the logarithmic. Okay. So a couple of things on Bitcoin, just quickly. Here's the 2017 trend on the logarithmic. Resistance, resistance, December, breakout. Now, if we were going to stay in parabolic trend, we had to bounce here and keep going. As soon as we broke through there and the green cloud, that was the time to get out. So I kind of got 9, 5, 10 right, but I missed the thrill and the euphoria stage. Definitely not a time to buy, but, you know, great time to sell. So hopefully you can see that. So, and then I stayed out. Then we had the downward trend from January, end of December, didn't we? That depressing, when is it going to end? And people kept trying to buy, and I just stayed out completely, right? And we got down here. Now, at this time, I was also, guys, we could go to 3 grand here, because if we look at the emotional cycle, how parabolic it was, that 88.3 would have taken it right back down into here somewhere, right? So I got back into Bitcoin, and I got my group back into it, and we absolutely nailed it, if I say so. Now, if I get something wrong, guys, I'm not one of these people that, hey, everything's gone to the moon and I'm awesome. I'll say I really fucked that one up, right? I messed up with Ethereum. I got lucky in the end, but I really missed the boat on Ethereum, selling all of it at 1,200, and I was stuck with a bag back at 300 not so long ago, and I nearly panic sold it. But I held it, I got out at 700, and now I'm waiting to see what happens. So Bitcoin, we've had this downward trend, right? Now, I always said to people that this was, when we got in, my first target was here, 8.5, with the resistance line. And that's what happened. But we pre-mapped it out. You can see we've mapped it out, right? Let me get rid of this cloud. And some other mess. Right. Okay, so we just mapped it out using fib lines, and we mapped out 1, 2. Then my second target to take profit was 9.5, which I sent out a signal to my group, take some profit, 9.5, and then 9.4 is going to be your resistance. And I advise people not really to get back in here yet. Okay, so we took profit at 8.5, we took profit at 9.5, and now my final target was originally here, but my final target is here, 11,000. Okay. And you just got to be patient and let that play out, okay? So we've kind of fallen below that trend, but I pointed out in the last couple of days, I watch things in small stages, guys. I can't tell you that it's going to go up here. I've mapped it out to go up to there, as you can see, right? I'm hoping this is the grand cycle that will get us to 22,000, okay? And then what I'm doing is playing the 5 waves inside those waves. And I'm taking my profit as I go. And I take some profit as I go. I'm stacking some spot Bitcoins. I'm cashing some in. I'm keeping some in the game. That's what I do. Isn't it better to do that and be on that side of the cycle and not be on this side of the cycle, get back in on this side of the cycle and build and stack, and you make a lot more money that way as well, guys. Okay, so this is a trend line we need to hold. And I've said to my group, I think we're going to bounce between this wedge. Now we've fallen through it on a couple of smaller time frames, which is why I don't really watch things on smaller time frames, but you can see where it was support is now resistance. So that's kind of telling me that we might break back down here to 8,500 at this point. All right, we may do. But I look at things on longer time frames. Okay, and you can see on the daily, it's support. So somebody asked me before, what time frame do you look at? Depends. So if I want to cut the noise out and get rid of all the noise, even with if I take all of the noise out and look at the line chart, boom. So for now, it's still support, but it's holding on by the hair of its balls, to be really honest with you, right? So I wouldn't be running out and buying Bitcoin here. It may come down and give you another opportunity to buy the fifth wave. So at the moment, this downtrend is support. So that's huge. So I'm long-term, long and bullish on Bitcoin again now. And a lot more money is coming back into the market. If we break down through this trend and we get back down and we go through here, it'll go fast. And then we'll be looking for that double bottom again down here. And but we'll deal with that when that happens. At the moment, we're making profits, man. Okay? So, and that's all we can do, is so we kind of prepare for both ways. Right now, I've mapped out the grand scheme, and I'm just going to play the waves until I can't play the waves. All right? So, with having a map like this, I don't stress out, right? So, again, I would be looking. Now, all it might do is give you an opportunity to buy again. So, if we just do our fib again, right? On this, which is how we got all of that. And look how well it hit the targets. Look, 1, 2, right on the line. 3, right on the line. 4, right on the fib line. And this is where we've got our targets, right? In here. And then I would expect the retracement back down again. All right? Now, so that tells me it's not a good time to buy. We're going to be looking for support and resistance on this point here of 8.9. So 9,000 is going to be a very important point. And it may fall and give us another opportunity to buy the fifth wave again, right there. So we just watch it in those stages, right, which would be back down at the 8.4, 8.5 level to try to get that fifth run up. So now we're prepared. If it breaks through this wedge, we're already in it. Now, if it was to break down through here, I'll take the rest of my profits from 6.6. Boom, I'm out. I extract out of the market when I can. And I don't buy everything at one level. I place buys between 7.3 down to 6.5. And I only got entered from 6.6 up to 7.3. So I've been taking profit out along the way. And if it goes up to there, boom, great, I got my profit. I take 80% out. I put 20% of Bitcoin aside. I've got my money for the month. Okay? If it falls, I'm going to look to improve my position here to see if it holds a retracement. And I'll use things like the cloud and the RSI to see whether we get some support. And I will improve. I will add to my position to get to this final target. Okay? But then if we break down through the top of this wave 1, I'll get out of there. And I'm sure if I put up some clouds, it'll be the same points. Yep. Here. So for now, it's support. But if that starts to break through, and we get here, and it breaks through that red cloud, boom, I'm out the trade. And I'll take that profit, whatever it is. So that is Bitcoin. So we had these big runs up. It's on the bottom resetting. Yeah, so we're heading into oversold territory now. So we're going to look for these blue and red lines to reset. And we're looking for momentum to carry. So look, the momentum has started on the 3-hour. Just turned on the 6. So we're looking for that to grow We can look at the volume. So we can see that the volume on a longer time frame, and this is simply people taking profits, guys. This is trading. Of course people want to buy low and sell high, right? That's what they want to do. So again, guys, if you've just joined us, welcome. We're going to do this daily. Let me know where you're all from. Join in the discussion. So for Bitcoin right now, definitely wouldn't be running out and buying. You should already be in it. I wouldn't be panic selling it. We're going to chop inside this wedge, and we'll see where we are tomorrow on that one. Let's look at Ethereum. Right. Oh, wrong chart. Let us look at Ethereum. Right, okay, here we go. So, quickly, Ethereum, that's EOS. So, I'm really big on Ethereum. I have a lot of Ethereum. As I said, I cashed out of Bitcoin in in December. And let's get out of the logarithmic. Let's get rid of the volume. Let's tidy it up. So I was begging the group to get in Ethereum back here last year, under 200. Again, nobody listened by the time it got, and it went sideways for a long time. So I accumulated, and then it went bang. And I got into a lot of Ethereum here at 360, between 200 and 350 through this area here. And when I got out of Bitcoin here, I got in at this consolidation stage in here. I put everything from Bitcoin into Ethereum, which was a great move. And I sold a lot of Ethereum up here. But I held a lot, and then we had the retracement, and I made the stupid mistake thinking this was going to be the continuation. I made so much friggin' money in November and December. I was, you know, I made a mistake, right? And then it just went bang. And then I was stuck. And I got to tell you, you can see I had this blue line. And if we broke down through there, I was going to panic, sell the lot, and I was going to be happy with break even. But I didn't. And then we mapped out the waves. This time, out of these 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, I got out at 700. Now it ran a bit, and I was thinking, shit, I got out too early. But no, I was prepared to go break even. This is why you got to learn to control your emotions, guys. So where are we on Ethereum now? All right, I've got it mapped out. I'm playing the waves inside the wave. So there's the grand wave set that will hope get us back up to that over 1,000. And we're playing this small set here now. So 1, 2, 3. And you can see we might have missed an opportunity here to get the 5th wave. All right? Right there on a smaller wave set. So if we just run a quick fib on that wave inside the wave. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that is perfect. Absolutely perfect. So 1, 2, 3, the 4. That was it. That was your buy zone. Absolutely perfect, right? So the 4. I mean, you even got some deep wicks down into here. So this is what I say. If you were sitting here waiting, you could have put your buys in at 720. You could have even put some in at 697, 690, and you would have got in. So you would have been averaging probably 730. So you're in profit, whereas somebody who's chased it now isn't. Okay? So there's the map, right? There's my target. That'll be the next place that I look to take some profits. Okay? Maybe like that. Maybe a little bit, probably in there will be the spot that I look for some profits. And then that way we've played the 5 waves inside wave 2. And then we get out and we expect this retracement. We buy again and we play the 5 waves. So Ethereum right now, for me is slightly outside of the buy zone. Only slightly. So I'd be looking for it back here again. I'll set an alarm. In there, in case it comes back in. And then we look for that fifth wave. 23%, okay? Right, I got time for one more. One more. First person to throw a coin at me is the one I'm going to look at. All right, one more. One more, come on. Otherwise, I'm just going to pick one. Okay, Antonio wins the race. GTO. Guys, I'll be back again tomorrow. This will be on later. BTO. Ah, there is no BTO. Sorry. GTO. Sorry, GTO. Okay, let's have a look at GTO. This will be the last coin, guys, but we'll be back again tomorrow. Keep checking in on cryptocurrency investing. Each day I'll just set up a little poll 1 or 2 hours before I'm going to do the session, and then we'll do it that way. So keep checking Cryptocurrency Investing Facebook. Come and join our chat group on Cryptogasmic. If you feel free to send me I'm a very approachable guy. If you want to connect with me on Facebook, add me as a friend, ask me any questions. Cool. I just love crypto and I want to help everybody. All right. So GTO, let's have a quick look here. I've mapped this out previously. So here's an example where the technical analysis doesn't work and it allows you to get out. We did the 1, the 2, the 3, and then once it broke down through the top of wave 1, it's off. That's it. The analysis is dead. Doesn't mean jack shit. Listo, terminar, finished. And then we start again. So look, it's just made emotional. So this is making constant emotional cycles, which means it's going to in the future, which means it's easy to map and chart. So look, perfect retracements, bang, bang. It's following fib, great. So that emotional cycle did 78.6, then it did another one. But you can see the trend of it is upward. No matter, how can people tell you that crypto, yeah, but I speak to people all the time, they go, so how's that crypto stuff doing? I mean, it's fallen really badly. And I mean, look, and every chart is the same. It's not like it's, you know, going like that. You know, it just depends where you buy and sell. So let's have a look at this one for you. Right, so we've straight away I can look and see, look at repeating patterns. You want to be in this side of the trade, you want to be out of this side of the trade. You want to be in this side of the trade, you want to be out of that side of the trade. So this is just repeating itself over and over. And here's another example. See what I mean? Like, people will always ask me to look at coins that they think is a good time to get in, but it's done its run. So let's have a look at when would be the next time to get in. So, and already, again, I can see straight away, without getting into it too deep, see? And then what did it do? You guys have got to learn this shit. I'm telling you. A, B, C. Now, the problem is we don't know where that C is going to end. All right? So I can very easily advise you on this one. And I have no problem advising you on this one. Hey, James, how are you, brother? So what we're looking for now here, obvious 5 waves, right? And, you know, 1 second. Let me just get rid of that. 1 second. 1 second, guys. Right, so what we're doing is we're going to need to know where this is going to hold a retracement. Okay, so there's the full cycle there. All right, so what we're doing is looking where this could fall to. In there, possibility. In there, possibility. Now maybe... Yeah. So I'd be looking in there, and then what I would be looking for, if I was you, I mean, now, and again, are you asking me to look at it because you're trying to sell it or you're trying to get into it? Did you buy it up here and you're stuck with the bag falling down? And be really, really, really honest with me, guys, you know, because that way you won't make the same mistakes. If you come and, I'm not going to make you feel bad just because you bought it here, because you thought you were clever, buying the dip and hodling and it went up and now it's falling. Let me know you want to sell it. Where did you buy it, Antonio? You know, where did you buy? What? You've probably missed the boat to sell, but if you bought down here, I'd be selling it, dude. So it's in its retrace, obviously, and you bought it at 0.2. So all the way down here, you should have sold it here. If I bought it at 0.2, yeah, I'd definitely sell some now. Or wait for a little bit of a run up. There is going to be another run up, but it might go like this. Hang on. You know, it might go like this, and then ebb and flow. Sell some there, right? So we're waiting to see where the ABC is going to finish right now. So you've got to mark those boxes, right? And then what you've got to do is wait for it to, maybe it's here, find support, let it make a wave one, don't chase it, or if you're going to sell it, and then wait for this to hold a retracement. Now it may fall all the way through, right? And then hit this target and make its one, but at some point it will hold a retracement. That's where you want to buy it. And you can see it in the previous cycle. Look, don't chase the first wave. And if we would have come along and put our fib on that, we could have been waiting for it. And look, guys, I mean, try and tell me TA doesn't work. You would have had your boxes painted. It sounds a bit dirty, but you would have had your boxes painted. Here, it fell through. Here, it fell through. And you would have had it in there like that, right? You would have come to a smaller time frame. You would have seen it getting support out of here. There's your buy zone. Then you would have just mapped the 5 waves out. And that would have been it. So that's my advice. Wait for it. If you want to sell it, yes, sell it. Especially if you bought it down at 0.20. You know, take your profit, man. Take profit. You got to take profit. Otherwise, you know, if that comes all the way back down, you're going to feel like a fool. Take some profit. You should have taken it here. See, again, look. A, don't sell it. Wait for the B run, sell it. Even if you miss the top, get the B. So that's my advice there, Antonio. You know, you're looking at, if you got in at 0.20, you got in down here. You got in at the perfect place, brother. You know, I mean, you've made 136%. You've missed some at the top. Use it as a lesson. Sell half. Keep some. Buy some more later, because this looks like it's going to keep repeating. So, guys, that's it for me today. My coin of the day is a project that I love called Decentraland Manor. Let's watch the video quickly.
If you could own the virtual world, create, develop, and trade without limits, make genuine connections, and earn real money. Decentraland, a fully immersive platform powered by the blockchain. Buy land. Design your experience. And transform the way people see the world. Purchase the first ever virtual real estate. Get started today.
So there you go. Check that one out. I really, really, really love that that project. And from a trading perspective, it's been great. It plays its cycles.
Guys, what's up? It's your boy Crypto Marco.
How you doing, Crypto Marco?
On the topic of cryptocurrency.
Sorry, brother, we need to get rid of you. What's he wearing? What are you wearing, you fool? So let's just have a quick look at the chart for Mana. Virtual reality world where you can buy property, set up your own casino. You can make money out of it. You can have your own strip club and people can pay to come in and whatever you want. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. And it's been really good for me trading it as well. We made a lot of profits on Mana, which is the coin that you use in Decentraland. And we played all of these waves in our group. And the waves inside the waves. And it's just great. And you can see the gains that it's making, right? And that's it. So check out Manaland. So guys, this is Crypto for Cryptocurrency Investing Facebook. There it is. Please come and join me at cryptogasmic.com as well. And I'll drop the... you couldn't see the video? Oh, sorry about that. Okay. So my name's Crypto. Come and join me. I will drop the links in again one more time. There you go. Come and join us. All right, and I will be back tomorrow for the T.A Show. All right, guys, until then, take care. Love you all. Be kind to each other. Happy trading. Bye.